Social media has quite the negative reputation. A quick Google search stating social media will result in terms like toxic, bad, and a waste of time. When conversing with people I know, bringing up social media will quickly draw responses pointing out its toxicity, the youth's obsession, and our need to disconnect. Even when you search social media TED Talk on YouTube, you will see dozens of talks describing in detail the ways in which social media harms our mental health, reduces creativity, and is, quote, ruining our lives. Much of the frustration I've seen and heard in conversation and online Discord is focused on one element. We have a tool in our hands that has the potential to do so much good for the world, yet we're using it to watch cat videos and designer bag hauls. And at the forefront of this tainted reputation are social media's biggest antagonists, influencers. I can hear the collective shudder when I say that name. Influencers are regarded by society at large to be accessible, manipulative, and flexing. Influencers embody and portray, in many people's minds, the worst aspects of social media. These flaws are representative of society's largest grievances: greed, the need for attention, and apathy. It's understandable why we would regard social media as negative. Yet given this bad reputation and our quickness to point out its faults, our behaviors don't reflect these statements. We spend, on average, 2 hours a day on social media alone, and that number increases every single year. Gen Z spends an hour more, totaling in 3 hours of total social media use per day. That's more time than we spend cooking or cleaning combined. On average, millennials and Gen Z have over 9 social media apps on their phones. And with the last 6 months of the COVID-19 pandemic forcing us to remain quarantined at home, 51% of people are now saying that they're using social media more. So we recognize the shortcomings of social media, yet we continue to use it. What now? Well, I'm here to tell you it's not all bad. I want to shift our view on social media to encompass a rising movement that's changing the way people engage with it, the content that's being created, and the causes that we're supporting. My name is Hyram, and I'm one of those dreaded influencers. I'm a content creator on social media focused on teaching the basics of skincare in a fun but informative way. My sole desire has always been to educate people on the basics of skincare in an effort to fight against rampant misinformation in the industry and to empower viewers with the ability to make their own educated purchasing decisions. When I started creating content, I too shared a frustration with internet culture. I was disappointed in the rampant message of hyperconsumerism, the lack of trust in online creators, and the disregard for ethical and sustainable practices. So I started creating content that revolved around helpful information for my audience of approximately 3 subscribers. While I thought my brutal honesty and no BS reviews was the thing that would hinder my growth and opportunities, it ended up being the key that unlocked a movement of genuine support. Last year at this same time, I had about 60,000 followers, and today in total, we're over 11 million strong. When I started my channel teaching the basics of skincare, I did so with this intent: to make sure that everyone walked away from my videos feeling 1, inspired, and 2, edified. I wanted people to learn useful and helpful information that would help make a difference in their lives. And it's been incredible to see how many people have told me that because of my videos, they're able to finally go makeup-free for the first time, repair their skin after years' worth of cystic acne, or simply that their confidence has dramatically improved. And truthfully, I never expected this level of growth. But I think it's in part due to a new movement that's rising of content creation that's taking over the internet. the edification movement, as I like to call it. We're all aware of the potential of technology. We each have a world of opportunities in our pocket. One tweet, one Instagram post, or one TikTok can be the thing that sparks trends that millions of people will follow, or sheds lights on human rights injustices. But there's a disconnect between knowing that we can do this and us actually taking initiative to do it. We know that we can make a difference, but understanding how or why prevents us from doing so. And this creates a void that social media has the opportunity to revolutionize and redefine the way that we view social movements of change. Social media is a tool. How we use this tool will determine either a positive or a negative outcome. And increasingly, people are using this tool as a way to spread helpful information, expertise, and positivity in a way that edifies and enlightens viewers rather than discourages them. Instead of an endless stream of highly edited photo shoots, perfect poses, lavish designer purchases, viewers are increasingly subscribing to content that positively impacts their lives. On TikTok, within the skincare community, professionals are rapidly gaining popularity by sharing short 15 to 60 snippets of expertise that help their audience take better care of their skin. Take Dr. Shah, for example, a dermatologist with a whopping 1.6 million followers on TikTok, who shares his wisdom to an audience made up largely of Gen Z and millennials. He's dissecting highly complicated and specified information that would typically be regarded as only useful to industry experts, and presenting it in a way that is inspiring millions of teenagers and young adults to take better care of their skin. And this isn't just taking place within the skincare community. Humphrey Yang teaches the basics of taxes, investing, and personal finance to an audience of over 1 million people. He's helping individuals like myself, who knows very little about personal finances, make smarter financial decisions. Dr. Jennifer Lincoln is an OBGYN with 1 million followers who posts helpful content about reproductive health and is, as she says, the health class you wish you had in high school. And you'll find similar influencers within every industry you can think of on every platform: business, fashion, accounting, environmental sustainability, painting, even soap making. Each of these creators have exploded in popularity within a matter of a few months, representing what I believe to be a shift in the way we are engaging with social media, the edification movement. These people are democratizing highly specified information in a way that reaches people that classes and courses aren't doing. And best of all, this information is accessible by everyone. But what is different? This information has always been available on the internet since its conception. Anyone can search these topics and learn about how to better take care of your skin, reproductive health, or personal finances. It narrows down to the way it's presented, the marketing of information. Each of these people are uniquely engaging with their audience to not only inform, but to inspire them to start caring about these topics. And I firsthand have seen how many people have responded to my videos saying, "I never cared about skincare until I watched your content. Thank you so much for inspiring me to start." And that experience right there is where I think there's really an opportunity for something special. Many of us, particularly Gen Z and millennials, have a deep desire to change the world for the better and fight for equal opportunity for everyone. While social media is beneficial in mass spreading information about tragic events and injustices, we're facing the challenge of Slacktivism, the illusion that we're participating in the fight against moral injustices by liking a Facebook post, sharing a shocking statistic on an Instagram story, or solely signing a petition. And I believe that this method, the edification movement, is our best bet against the current phenomenon we're facing. By applying this strategy to social good and philanthropy, there lies the potential for massive impact. We've seen examples of this through influencers sparking huge movements of change. A YouTuber named Mr. Beast announced in 2019, October, Project Team Trees, a mission to plant 20 million trees in 2 months by partnering with a nonprofit organization where it equates $1 to 1 tree planted. His presence, content, and brand really had nothing to do with environmentalism. But by utilizing his online presence for his campaign, his mission was so successful that he got high-profile individuals like Elon Musk to donate over $1 million each to the cause. And the cause was successful. They were able to plant 20 million trees in 2 months. For his birthday, popular YouTuber Tyler Oakley garnered his audience to raise $750,000 for the Trevor Project, a nonprofit organization focused on LGBTQ+ protection and mental health hotlines. At the time, Tyler created humorous and entertaining content, nothing really specifically to do with philanthropy. Last month, I was able to share my story on YouTube of attempting to take my own life, and I started a small fundraiser that was able to raise $25,000 for charity. It may not be as much as the people I mentioned prior, but if every influencer were to replicate this same strategy, it would revolutionize social media and the way that we perceive it. And this isn't just isolated to influencers either. She who needs no introduction, Greta Thunberg, gained traction online for her singular school strike, where only 18 months later, she championed a global march with over 1 million participants for the protest for climate change. So what's the commonality between each of these movements? People utilizing their online presence in a way that engages people, far beyond awareness. And this can be replicated within every industry, every unjust action, in every country. Given the impressionism of social media, prioritizing content that exhibits these types of social change will create a generation of hope. So as we see, the solution isn't necessarily the information itself, but more so the way it's presented, through content creators sharing helpful information, experts sharing their wisdom, and activists providing their solutions. You may be thinking, that's nice and all, but I'm not an influencer. I don't have that level of impact. What can we do to contribute? I've always found the term influencers to be kind of funny because it describes a fundamental aspect of human connectivity. Each of us, regardless of social media presence or follower count, are influencers. We each hold an incredible ability to influence the way people around us behave. You hold more power than you think or give yourself credit for. And because of this, you have precisely what it takes to make significant social change. Think about what you do for work or what you do in your free time. There's at least one topic out there that you spent time and energy investing into and learning about. Start sharing this information online. And better yet, think about how it can be utilized to help others and make the world a better place. Do you enjoy learning recipes and cooking? Start sharing affordable dinner recipes on your Instagram story to help anyone who's struggling financially because of the pandemic. Are you passionate about fashion? Share tips and tricks for shopping sustainably on your Facebook. Just like listening to music, share songs on your Snapchat story that have deeply impacted your life in a positive way and got you through the most difficult times. Small actions like this may seem insignificant, but they can drastically change the way not only you interact with social media, but the way other people will experience it as well. Utilizing the edification movement to share and talk about things most important to you will create an entirely new online culture that will produce more positivity and less toxicity. And beyond that, coupling the edification movement with social empowerment can change the world. By using your social media to support missions that shed light on issues and empower others, you're not only leaving a positive impact, but revolutionizing your personal relationship with social media. Imagine how incredible it would be for everyone, instead of feeling discouraged, disappointed, or insecure after logging off, to feel uplifted, inspired, and motivated by using your platform for good. By applying this strategy to social good, we can each democratize social change in a way that really has never been seen before. Participation in global fights for human rights, protection of natural resources, and minority freedoms will truly be accessible by all. All that's left is to begin doing. And the only thing we need to make that happen is you. Thank you so much.